Throughout history, torture has been inflicted for many reasons. It's often used to force a confession or to obtain information. It can be a sadistic way of keeping prisoners physically and mentally in a form of slavery. Some totalitarian governments use torture as a scare tactic for potential dissidents. And then there was the prison of Pitești, where torture was used as a communistic tool to totally transform the personality. Jerry Leiber, co-founder of Human Rights Watch, says, "Torture forces us to imagine things that should be unimaginable, to think thoughts that should be unthinkable. Perhaps a better understanding of torture can inspire us to rid society of it."
As an exercise physiologist, Sean Foy helps people heal their bodies. To help us better understand the tortures of Pitești, we asked him to experience a few moments of the physical and mental pain of the prisoners.
I've got about 30 pounds on my back, and again, I've only been on this one foot for a very short period of time. As I was standing there, I was imagining what these prisoners must have gone through. Even mentally, I started feeling a sense of hopelessness in that 3 minutes because I wasn't in control of the weight. Knowing that someone was going to dictate to me how long to hold it was extremely uncomfortable. But I think from a physical standpoint, the acute discomfort in the lower leg was very pronounced. I could feel that literally within the first 60 seconds. But then as I began to adjust my foot and my leg, I began to brace myself, and my hip really began to hurt. So I could feel the compensation too. Lower back pain began to occur. I began to feel my shoulders moving. The compensation, I think, is really important because muscles slowly begin to spasm. And that's where I feel that ultimately I can only imagine what these individuals must have experienced holding this amount of weight or similar weight for hours upon hours. I can't imagine what they must have gone through.
For what these prisoners went through physically and mentally, what are the long-range difficulties?
Yeah. Generally, you'll see musculoskeletal problems occurring, lower back problems, for example, degenerative disc problems, and then also forms of arthritis, bursitis, tendinitis, all inflammatory problems with the joints. And beyond that, generally what occurs is because of the physical pain, there are other problems that occur, other risk factors that can occur. Generally because of injury or problems with joint discomfort, inactivity occurs, which leads to muscular atrophy, which can lead to higher cholesterol, higher blood pressure, heart disease, cancer. These are chronic conditions that I don't think we think about from an individual that may experience torture or some type of pain or imprisonment, but this can affect them for years and years and years long after the original torture.